The Realme GT Neo 3 is an upper mid-range Android phone, the sort that offers an encounter like a leader phone, short a couple of comforts, for example, bended front glass shows, fax cameras, and ultra-high goal shows. Phones like this are reasonable purchases, and ordinarily genuinely simple to suggest. The Realme GT Neo 3 is the same. However, its effect is dulled a little by its ancestors, the Realme GT 2 and GT Neo 2. Purchase old and you get a superior processor at a similar cost in the Realme GT 2, or can save on the GT Neo 2. All things considered, neither one of these has the Realme GT Neo 3's star include 150-watt charging. It is, no dissents here, extremely amazing. Notwithstanding, I can't exactly shake the inclination Realme's last age of Androids addressed a somewhat more ideal arrangement. In any case, the Realme GT Neo 3 is a for the most part great worth and complete feeling Android, regardless of whether it very match Realme's record-breaking works of art in the worth stakes. Plan, glass back, intense, if problematic, plan, plastic sides and fastens don't feel that very good quality. The Realme GT Neo 3's plan is exemplary Realme stuff, in that it will appear to be marginal hostile to certain eyes. My phone is a strong blue with 2 or 3 white stripes running along the back, an impact like a couple of tracksuit bottoms. It is additionally accessible in white with dark stripes or, for the people who could do without this style by any means, dark. These completions are either eye-catching or dull, without any choices in the center ground. Be then as it may, you can judge whether it's your favorite for yourself. The Realme GT Neo 3's back is bended glass, with a delicate and absolutely matte completion. It projects zero reflections and is stunningly unique finger impression safe. It's a disgrace the smooth glass isn't matched with aluminum sides. The Realme GT Neo 3's sides are plastic, so while this is a very much caused phone, it doesn't exactly to feel comparable to a Samsung Galaxy S22 in addition to our iPhone 13. Like most upper mid-reach phones, the Realme GT Neo 3 doesn't have a headphone jack. Memory is non-expandable as well in any case. In the UK at any rate, the solitary 256GB stockpiling setup implies this is certainly not a major issue for a great many people. The phone's speakers are great, with 2 drivers that provide great most extreme volume and enough low finish to keep away from cruelty at high volumes. There's likewise a quick-and-screen unique mark scanner, carrying the everyday experience nearer to that of a considerably more costly phone. Great quality showcase, 120Hz refresh rate, strong splendor. The Realme GT Neo 3 has an enormous 6.7 inches screen. Very much like the phones fabricate, it is dependent upon a couple of financial plan-related compromises, yet none are especially grave. For instance, the goal is 2412x1080 pixels as opposed to a super high one. However, it actually looks sharp and clean. The showcase glass is Gorilla Glass 5 as opposed to the much more grounded Victus. Yet we were blissful enough with this age and more seasoned leads, so it's not right here. Realme likewise applies a plastic screen protector in the production line, diminishing your possibilities, harming it before you choose whether to purchase your own screen protector or not. Variety is lively, unreasonably so when you first turn the phone on. However, there is a characteristic mode for more typical-looking immersion levels. It appears DCI-P3 is however unsaturated as Realme seems to go, however, with no sRGB choice. This accommodates Realme's more young brand style. However, as dependable sRGB looks nearly grayscale in the event that you're utilized to OLED phones that like to flaunt their variety profundity. The 120Hz refresh rate guarantees smooth looking as you hop around the software. There could be no super dynamic refresh rate mode here, simply an auto-select mode that flicks somewhere in the range of 60Hz and 120Hz in view of the application at present running. Most extreme splendor is genuinely great, without hitting any new levels. The Realme GT Neo 3 maxes out at 480 nits inside, and will make a beeline for 675 nits when in direct daylight. It's enough for strong open-air clearness, however. Interestingly enough, the less expensive Neo 3T really goes more splendid as indicated by my readings, maximizing at 770 nits. It's another update that certifiable splendor has a lot to do with the maker's choices about show power versus battery utilization and intensity age as it has to do with the screen board's crude capacity. Performance and software. Productive, strong MediaTek central processor. Cleaner software than you could envision. Game advancement not at Qualcomm level. The Realme GT 3 Neo runs Android 12 and has a Realme UI 3.0 software layer on top. This is an Innocuous Custom Ui that feels very vanilla. It doesn't play with the design of the drop-down menu like a few renditions of Xiaomi's MIUI. The default round symbol shapes don't look firm and the pre-installed backdrops are generally elegantly plain variety designs. A couple applications you may not need come pre-installed, several NAF games, 3 Amazon applications, LinkedIn, and rebate shopping application Joom. In any case, they can be in every way erased utilizing the standard technique. Long press, tap uninstall, buy garbage. The Realme GT Neo 3's everyday performance is perfect and I have experienced zero bugs or serious errors during testing, which is great. Applications load rapidly as well, which may be helped by the quick interior stockpiling, whose 730 megabytes per second read speeds beat those of an exemplary SATA SSD you could track down in a work area PC. Camera, great essential camera. Processing centers around punchy pictures over loyalty. Wide and full-scale cameras aren't perfect. The Realme GT Neo 3 has 3 back cameras. Most importantly, there's a 2-megapixel large-scale camera you shouldn't utilize, in light of the fact that you'll come by a lot of results by carefully zooming with the primary camera. The 8-megapixel expansive camera is considerably more helpful. However, there's much of the time a disconcerting variety difference contrasted with the primary camera. It will in general cause skies to show up considerably more blue than the essential, for instance, and different shots have cool or purplish slants. What's more, as most 8-megapixel ultra-wides, picture detail will look delicate when you zoom further into the picture and the unique reach isn't near that of the fundamental camera. It's your work of art, not really good or bad mid-range extensive. In any case, it produces pictures sufficient that I haven't effectively tried not to utilize it. And that means something. The Realme GT Neo 3 primary camera is undeniably more intriguing in light of the fact that it utilizes the 50-megapixel Sony IMX766 sensor. This is an enormous 1 divided by 1.56 inches chip, and has associations better than the much lower-grade 50-megapixel equipment currently found frequently in less expensive mid-range phones. The Realme GT Neo 3 picture quality and style is intensely hued by Realme's processing and picture dealing with style. It's something I additionally saw in the Realme GT 2. Realme loves a splendid, punchy picture, and takes incredible measures to stay away from dull-looking mid-tones. The point is plainly to generate the kind of pics you'll need to immediately share to companions or on informal community, instead of the more estimated approach of something like the Google Pixel 6. Constancy and authenticity aren't generally given front and center attention. Additionally, the artificial intelligence mode is restricted to 1080p 30 casings each second, and the clasts I shot all had observable dropped outlines while panning. Ordinary 4 Kelvin likewise looks nice on account of the great quality sensor. What's more, selfies. The Realme GT 3 Neo has a 16-megapixel sensor, and it works effectively. In strong lighting there's a ton of fine facial detail. There's proof of successful pixel binning in low light to hold some fine detail. And the Auto HDR actually levels out brutal backdrop illumination, similar to windows behind your head. Battery life. Strong enough yet average battery. 4,500 mAh limit, not super high. Weighty clients will depend on superb quick charging. The Realme GT 3 Neo has 4,500 mAh battery, somewhat more modest than the 5,000 mAh that we've become used to finding in phones of this type over the recent years. It hangs on alright, and fundamentally better than the Poco F4 Pro delivered as of late. Power utilization when not effectively utilizing the phone is insignificant. Also, I figure in the event that you don't go out into the daylight much or do whatever too difficult, you might be left with maybe 20% charge left before the day's over. The Realme GT Neo 3 actually gone on until sleep time, yet it would commonly have 5% or less when I was pondering timing off. This is really ordinary for a 4,500 mAh phone, and proposes it is honorably proficient. It could do with 5,000 mAh limit, as found in the just partially thicker Realme GT 2. Finally, please subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching this video. See you again next time.